Tonight on a Great American panel, he is an editor at thedailycaller.com. Fox News contributor Tucker Carlson is here. She, an attorney, Fox News legal analyst Tamara Holder is back. And he, Don Imus's longtime radio producer, Bernard McGurk, is back with us. By the way, I want to say, because I'm friends with Don and Deirdre and you, and I'm heartbroken over the loss of Fred Imus, his brother.
Thank you. Very kind of you. So, great guy, 101st Airborne veteran, and just a unique American character. And we're all still heartbroken.
You know, and everyone thinks Don is hard and all this, and he used to end every call with "Love you, love you."
I love you. That's right. Unabashedly. So, yep.
All right. Let me play. Democrats and the president struggle to find a message on the economy. What do I mean? Watch this.
We had reversed the recession, avoided a depression.
The American economy is still suffering, undeniably.
But over the last 6 months, we've had a run of bad luck.
Oh, I mean, I think we clearly are responsible for the, I'm going to take ownership right now.
I inherited the deficit that we have right now and the economic crisis.
He's brought us so far. You know, we've really begun to turn the economy around.
Growth is slower than we would like.
We and everyone else misread the economy.
Things are healing. It's going to take more time, though.
What are they talking about here?
The message is it's hope and change. They hope and pray that something changes for the better. It has to be. And this inexplicable bus tour, the only explanation for it is getting ready for when the voters tell them to hit the road in 2012, because for the life of me, I can't figure it out. You know, and I'm not one of these guys that hates President Obama or any of that stuff.
I'm not one of those guys either.
No, not at all. But he's
I don't hate him personally. Look, predictably, socialism fails. You know, he said he's going to raise taxes. Now he's blaming the Arab Spring, and he's blaming Japan, and he's blaming Europe, and then he's saying that I actually got the economy to recover, and then these events got in the way. You're the Democrat. He's your guy. You voted for him.
I'm speechless, because all you guys want to do is just beat him up over and over and over again, to the point it's 15 months before the election, and what are you doing? You're already working on the campaign. You don't want anything.
What do you think he's doing on a bus tour that
we're paying for?
It's not a bus tour. You don't want him to have any successes whatsoever.
I'm not flacking for any Republican candidate. I'm not sure I'm impressed by the Republican candidate. It's not about them. It's about the state of the economy, which is in free fall. It's a disaster, despite, in fact, I would say because of the economic policies of this administration. They have no clue what they're doing. His latest answer today was, well, wait for my jobs plan, which I'll unveil in September. Spare me. If they took their foot off the throat of the economy, we might see a recovery. But instead, they're banning light bulbs and micromanaging American business. And that's one of the reasons, Tamara, this persists.
The Republicans got control of Congress, 9 months ago? What have the Republicans done? I'm not going to blame Bush anymore. I'm not going to blame Obama. I'm not going to blame anybody, but every single person that we have elected in this country is failing all of us.
Wait a minute.
And it's enough of the bashing. It's overrated.
I'm going to say, to the president's credit, this may shock you, he's been very successful. He got his agenda passed with the Democratic Congress. He got his own budgets. He got his stimulus. He got all his bailouts that he wanted. He got his Obamacare. He got what he wanted. And
which, by the way, he delegated to, even the Obamacare, because he's not really a good leader. I mean, he's just, he barely could lead a pack of Girl Scouts into an ice cream shop. And then if he got there, he couldn't run the business because he's not qualified. But you remember the Greek columns that he used during the campaign? You know, to imply that he was the second coming of Pericles, well, it was a more ominous omen in that we're devolving into the disaster that is the Greek economy. So.
I don't think.
Oh, come on! Really?
It's true.
Actually, are just like the things that you come up with are just so shocking. They're shocking. From the Girl Scouts to Greece, I'm so confused.
Oh, it's the disaster.
Why don't you come up?
I have an idea. Why don't you take a trip to Europe and see what the dollar buys? See what, after almost 3 years of Obama, the degree to which the U.S. dollar has been devalued.
I was just there last week.
Yeah, I was too, and it cost $10 for a Perrier in Paris. If you're paying in dollars. That's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
And it was like that 4 years ago.
For 8 ounces of Perrier. That's what your U.S. dollar is worth after 3 years of Obama.
That's a bad sign.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting. And you know what? you know, you say, oh, you were picking on Obama. He promised that this would change if his policies were implemented. And here's the problem. If you're part of the, 16 million Americans unemployed, the 18 million Americans underemployed, you know what? And your house is underwater, like many people's houses are.
And that's his fault, right? The whole mortgage crisis is his fault?
His policies, his economic plan, his fault, yeah.
No. The mortgage crisis had nothing to do with him.
Let me guess, it's the Arab Spring fault.
No.
It's Japan.
Let's just be serious
here. It's Tucker Carlson's fault. He gave up his bow tie.
No, you can blame him for a lot, but you cannot blame President Obama for the crisis, the mortgage crisis.
He didn't help it. He didn't help it. And he's in over his head. He doesn't know what he's doing.
What are the Republicans' plans?
Nice guy,
cut cap and balance, balanced budget amendment. Cut cap and balance, balanced budget amendment, the Ryan plan. Which plan do you want? You know, the Mac Penny plan, I'll give you those are 3.
And who are you going to put in 2012? Michelle Bachmann? That's a great idea.
Certainly better than what we've got.
Oh, you're crazy.
More with our great American panel right after this.